Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, it's me Taufik Hidayat Siregar, and on this video, I'm going to talk about limit and continuity. Okay, let's first start with the following definition of limit. In mathematics, the concept of limit is used to describe the properties of a function when the argument approaches a point or is infinity, or the nature of a sequence as the index approaches infinity. Limits are used in calculus to find derivatives and continuity. The concept of a limit is the fundamental concept of calculus and analysis. It is used to define the derivative and the definite integral, and it can also be used to analyze the local behavior of functions near points of interest. Informally, a function is said to have a limit L at a if it is possible to make the function arbitrarily close to L by choosing values closer and closer to a. Note that the actual value at a is irrelevant to the value of the limit. Like, the notation is as follows, which is read as the limit of function x as x approaches is equal to L. Okay, that the limit of function x is L as x approaches a, provided we can make function x as close to L as we want for all x sufficiently close to a from both sides without actually letting x to be a. And did you know the existence of limit? The limit of a function x exists if and only if the one side limits of the function are equal. What is the limit formula? Limits formula: let y equal to function x as a function of x if at a point x equal to a, function x takes indeterminate form, then we can consider the values of the function which is very near to a. We talk about the continuity. A continuous function in mathematics is a function which is explained intuitively. A small change in its input results in a small change in its output. Otherwise, the function is said to be discontinuous. A continuous function with a continuous inverse function is also called bicontinuous. Continuity can be equated with the meaning of a continuity. The opposite of a continuity is discontinuity, where if continuity is continuity, then discontinuity is discontinuous. The continuity of a function is more or less the same as the continuity of a function. The continuity of a function is very closely related to the limit of the function. Therefore, it is necessary to understand the material limitations that are needed here. A function is said to be continuous or not if it fulfills several conditions. Take a look at the following definitions. Let function x be defined in an interval containing x equal to a. The function x is said to be continuous at x equal to a if and only if limit x function x equal to function limit x where approaches function of x is equal to function of a. A function of x can be said to be continuous at x equal to a if it satisfies three conditions. 1. Function a must exist or define. 2. Limit x must exist. And 3. Limit x a function x equal to function x limit x. And if one of the three conditions is not met, then the function of x is not continuous on the interval x equal to a.